All right, so here we go. We have Bitcoin here on the 1 hour, and we are going to go over the bullish and bearish case and find out what happens next. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below, one being the Discord. A lot of good conversation about crypto, trading, investing, markets as a whole. Definitely turn on those bell notifications so you get notified with this time sensitive content. A lot of times these moves happen right after I post these videos, so you want to definitely stay tuned. Also, check out the other links in the description. You get free stuff, I get free crypto stuff. You know what I mean? Like, win-win. So, especially Bybit. Bybit now has a decentralized exchange. So, if you don't want your assets on a centralized exchange to where, if it goes down, you lose your money, definitely put them on the decentralized exchange. And let's get into it. So, like I said, we have Bitcoin here on the 1 hour. I'm going to go over my chart layout and then we'll get into the price action. Right now, I have my moving averages here: yellow 21, red 50, blue 100, and purple 200. I have your VPVR here to your right, which measures horizontal volume at a certain price level. Just like your volume is vertical, your VPVR is horizontal volume. That's basically the best way to describe it. Then we have your momentum oscillators, being one, your RSI, two, your MACD. Then we have our volatility measurement, which is called the BBWP right here. All right, so we have a sideways range here. Moving averages have made a multi-crossover. We're waiting for that 100 to cross the 200. If that happens, that's going to be a bearish variable. Now, look at this. It looks like we have an inverted BART happening, possibly. What a BART is when price action goes up or down, it chops around, it's sideways, and then it drops back down, looking like Bart Simpson's head. Can be inverted as well, and that's what we're talking about right now. Is this an inverted BART? Do we get a bounce back up to about 1730, 1740, making a lower high and crossing all these moving averages, getting all those stops, all right, grabbing all this liquidity all the way up to there. And then the question is do we break down from there? If we can break 17,100 on a 1 hour closure, I do expect us to go to 18K. All right. With ebbs and flows, of course, we'll probably get rejected at, 17,350. Come back down, have a retest, probably even lower, grabbing some liquidity at the bottom of that range where people got their stop losses. Yeah, one thing, a little lesson. You want to put your entries where other people's stop losses are. All right, little gem for you. So, like I said, we're being held down by the 21 right now. If we break the 21, we go to the 50, 16,880. Next stop would be the POC point of control on the VPVR at 16,950. Then where the 100 and 200 is at 16,987. Okay, let's check your momentum oscillators. RSI is still in the bearish control zone, but trying to get out. I mean, we've been making higher highs, higher lows here. So if we can get up to the neutral median line at the 50 mark and break it, I do expect us to come somewhere up in here for the RSI, somewhere around 56, probably making a lower high if that happens. Now, let's see here. No divergences, not at least on the 1 hour. Okay, so MACD. Positive momentum is pretty weak right now. I mean, your positive momentum's stable, but it's pretty weak. We need to get back above this last high on the histogram to have another bullish variable. MACD is above your signal line. Not really the best strong upside curvature, but we do have an upside curvature. We are above the signal line. So, I mean, that kind of feeds into a bounce here. You know what I mean? We could get that bounce. If we start to break that 50, if we break that 50 at 16,885, I do expect us to finish this BART. Maybe come up to, 16, 17, 17K to 1740. That's my prediction right there. BBWP's riding the floor. So the move hasn't happened yet. The move hasn't started, obviously. Once it crosses that moving average and gets out of the 10%, that's when the move is going to happen. Watch that 10% region, the 10% level on your percentages right here. Once it breaks out of there, that's when the move is starting. So that'll save you a lot of time. You ain't got to sit here and watch the chart go sideways. Put an alert there. And then when it breaks that 10%, you know the move is coming. So you can get ready accordingly. All right. So, yeah, I mean, bullish case, like I said, is that we break 1780. I would even like to see 17150. Basically this wick high and the top of the range. All right, that'd be the bullish case. That's going to cascade all the momentum to be positive and all that. Now, one thing I will say is we have a trend line forming. Okay, it's not really validated yet. We only have 2 touches, but it could provide support if we do come down. So just remember this trend line. All right, because it might work in the future. Okay, so if we get the BART and then get rejected and break down, or if we break down from here and break this trend line right here, I do expect us to go to the bottom of the range, but I do expect a retest of this trend line, probably from 16,640, 16,630. I mean, get a bounce, come up, retest the trend line, and then continue down. Something like this. So we break the trend line, come down to here, maybe make a double bottom, come back up for a retest, and resumption down. Okay. The other case is that we go up, make the BART, okay, get rejected, bounce off the trend line, and then break it, and then still get the retest. Something like that. Okay, so those are my 2 scenarios, or 3 scenarios. Because we could also get the bounce from this trend line, head up, but we need to break that 1780, 1785. Basically this last high right here, this last high closure. All right, if we close above that, that's going to be bullish. Okay, so let's move on to Ethereum. Once again, if you guys are liking this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below, one being the Discord. Definitely join the Discord, man. It is the place to be. Ethereum, still respecting our red box right here, bouncing off the bottom, going sideways. Are we going to make the BART here too? We got a multi-crossover and fan-out confirmation here. If we break 1220, $1,000 is in the cards, because that means Bitcoin's breaking down as well. But honestly, I mean, we could come down to here, 1160, get a huge bounce, possibly even come all the way up, back up to the POC point of control at 1205, and then resume down. If we break back into the range, I would expect us to come all the way to the top, 1325. If we can break 1325 in the top of this red box, 1400 is next. Okay, let's check your momentum oscillators. RSI, out of the bearish control zone. Out of the bearish control zone, testing that neutral median line. If we enter back into the bearish control zone, we're going to have major support at the top. Okay, first of all, signal line is meeting the top of the bearish control zone. Major support right here. If we break back into it and break this last low on the RSI, that's going to be very bearish. Okay, MACD, fresh cross to the upside. Positive momentum's increasing on the histogram. So, but it's not really increasing too fast. BBWP, ooh, has crossed its moving average, coming up to that 10%. The move is coming for Ethereum faster than Bitcoin, I think. So Ethereum might move first. So watch Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum might have something to do with Bitcoin here. I think we do get a bounce. I think we do get a bounce here. I'm 70-30 on a bounce. I'm still bearish, but I think we get a bounce, possibly up to this 100 at 1256, 1255, something like that. And then the question is, do we get rejected? You know what I mean? So if we break this last high, 1272, I expect us to go to the top of the range after a rejection at 1300. Yeah, 1300. A pullback. But I would expect this to go up to 1325. All right, so Ethereum is probably going to move first. So watch Ethereum. But then pay attention to Bitcoin, though, because Bitcoin could finish this BART if we do make it and then come down, you know? Let's move on to Solana. Solana's not looking the best. Okay, Solana's not looking the best, and we've been talking about that. We've been talking about how Solana looks like shit. Multi-crossover here. Do we get more of a fan out? All right, is your 100 going to curl over? That's what we're waiting on. Right now, we're being held down by the 21. If we break this last low, 1334, next stop is 1278. 1278. Right now, your RSI in the bearish control zone, getting rejected from the top. Can we exit it? Get up to that neutral median line. If we pass that neutral median line on some closures, I would expect us to get all the way up here. Possibly even the bottom of the bullish control zone, and then we come back to it. MACD, fresh upside curvature, positive momentum is increasing. BBWP is heading down. Heading down as the price action is moving up. So that makes me think this is a corrective move. Do we get more of a bounce, though? That's the question. Do we get up to the 50 and the 200? We could get a bounce to here, possibly up to the 50 in this VPVR level at 1365 region. And then we might get rejected. You know, we can make some sort of rising wedge or channel here and then get rejected. It looks like, I mean, Solana looks like shit. But now if Bitcoin bounces hard, we could have maybe even a wick up to the 100, 1379, and then pop back down. If we, yeah, like I said, if we break this last low, we're in trouble. If we can break this last high, 1369, I would expect us to come all the way up to the POC, point of control, on the VPVR at 1403. If we can break that, I expect us to come to this last high at 1430. If we break that, we're going to come back to it. All right, because I don't think that's going to happen all in one day. So we'll be here tomorrow. And once again, if you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. And everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening. I wish you well, and I will see you tomorrow.